Here we go. Hello, everybody. Movie Watcher 123 here, and I'd like to welcome you all to another one of my live streams. For this live stream, we are going to be talking about the best and worst moments of one of my favorite Disney shows of all time. Well, Disney Channel shows of all time. Star versus the Forces of Evil. Sorry for the slight delay because I was eating food, but I'm here now. So as soon as some people join in, we will begin. A couple points of interest is that I don't tolerate any mean, rude, or disrespectful comments in the chat. I don't tolerate any spam links. I don't tolerate any derogatory stuff. So let's keep the chat peaceful and so that we can have a good time. Now you're probably wondering, who's this character I have on my profile pic? Well, this is Hekapoo. She's one of the people who works for the Muni Council. Yes, she's beautiful, and I do have a crush on her. No jokes about that, please. Now, about this show, Star versus the Forces of Evil. This show is a television series created by Darren Nefsey and produced by Disney Television Animation. The series centers on 14-year-old Star Butterfly, that's her name, a magical princess from the dimension of Muni, who is sent to Earth by her parents, King River, her dad, and Queen Moon Butterfly, her mother. When they decide she should learn to wield magic away from their world, as an exchange student on Earth, she boards at the house of Marco Diaz, whom she befriends as they both attend high school. Before the series was picked up, Nefsey had worked as an artist for Disney's Wander Over Yonder and Nickelodeon's Robot and Monster. Yes, this was one of my favorite shows of all time. Yep. So, as soon as my friends join in, we shall begin. Okay. The first episode came out on January 18th, 2015. And the series came to an end on, wait a minute. Give me a minute. The last episode was on May 19th, 2019. Man, what a shame. Okay, let's talk about the first episode. Give me one moment to put it down. Let me set up the link. There we go. Feel free to join in when you're ready. Okay, let's talk about the first episode of this show. Here it is. Star comes to Earth. On her 14th birthday, Princess Star Butterfly receives a magical wand, but when she sets fire to the castle, she is sent to Earth to train. There she enrolls in Echo Creek Academy, where the principal pairs her with Marco Diaz, a reputed safe kid. Upon befriending Marco, Star ends up discovering his skills when she is attacked by Ludo and his army of monsters. This is the first episode of this show. And yes, it is indeed the first one. Yes, I've been watching this show all the time. It's one of my favorites. I like how the creators of this show put Star Butterfly, with the blonde hair, blue eyes, that headband with the horns. She looks pretty cool. Yep. Star is 14 years old? Wow. That's something you don't see every day. This episode is directed by Mike Mullen, who also written and storyboarded this episode. And this episode got 2.33 million views. Wow. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Here it is. Party with a Pony. Now, in this episode, Star receives a visit from Flying Princess Ponyhead, her best friend from Muni. Ponyhead is jealous that Marco is Star's best friend on Earth. She invites Star and Marco to various dance clubs, but she competes with Marco for Star's attention and tries to strand him at a video arcade. Meanwhile, guards have been hot on Ponyhead's trail. Eventually, King Ponyhead arrives to have the guards take Ponyhead to St. Olga's Reform School for wayward princesses. In this episode, guest stars Maurice LaMarche as King Ponyhead. Wow. King Ponyhead. I've never seen him before. Yep. That about explains it. Okay. Let's talk about the next episode. If you have any episodes of Star versus the Forces of Evil you'd like to talk about, don't forget to drop them in the comments or in the private chat. Okay, let's see here. Here's the next episode. Matchmaker. Now, in this episode, Star fails her first test, so she tries to play matchmaker for their math teacher, Miss Skolnick, to get a better grade. However, she winds up turning her into a troll. When Ludo and his minions attack, one of the monsters falls for Skolnick. Wow. One of Ludo's monsters fell in love with Miss Skolnick? Sheesh. I wonder if she's interested in him. I wonder what Miss Skolnick looked like before she was turned into a troll. I probably missed that part. Yeah, some of these episodes I haven't watched lately because I've been busy. I should have probably seen the whole series to see how it ended. Okay. Let's talk about the next episode. Shall we? Let me check the private chat. Nothing yet. Any of you have any episodes of Star versus the Forces of Evil you'd like to talk about? You know what you have to do. Okay. CHOOLSPRIT. Here's one. School Spirit. Now, in this one, Echo Creek Academy prepares for a football game against their rival school. Marco tries to protect Ferguson, who has become the team mascot, from being kidnapped. Star takes the concept of going to battle literally and booby traps the field with bombs, evil kittens, and giant birds. Now, you're probably wondering, what's football? Well, football is a sport when you pick up a football and try to throw it over the other team's goal. Then you try to grab it and try to put your hand out like you want to tackle that person. Yeah, some sports can be tough to play, but once you practice it, you'll be able to ace it. Now, this show takes place in the fictional town or city of Echo Creek. When I said fictional, it means it doesn't exist. Yeah, some cities you've seen in cartoons can be real, some are not. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. Monster Arm. Marco breaks his arm before a karate tournament. Star uses her wand to fix it, but transforms it into a tentacle arm as Star tries to find a spell to reverse it. Marco begins to like his new powers associated with the arm. However, the arm harbors an evil sentience that intends to take over the world. This episode guest stars Corey Burton as Monster Arm. Yes, and some cartoons you may have seen, they usually have guest stars that make a cameo appearance. You just gotta keep a sharp lookout for who guest stars. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Or do you have any episodes you want to talk about? Go right ahead and drop them in the comments. Let me see here. Here's another one. The other exchange student. When the Diaz family receives a visit by their former foreign exchange student Gustav from Scandinavia, Gustav soon becomes the family favorite with his meatballs. That Star feels neglected. She senses something is wrong when she discovers Gustav harbors some books and media about how to act like a Scandinavian in his backpack. This episode guest stars Rob Paulsen as Gustav. Yeah, Star doesn't like to be feeling neglected because some other person is grabbing all the attention. Hurts, doesn't it? Yep, that's my hunch. Okay, let's talk about the next episode, shall we? Cheer up, Star. Star and Marco are trapped inside a tool shed by Ludo's army. As Marco tries to fashion something to fight them off, he recounts how he tried to cheer up Star because she left her phone number for her crush, a guitar playing student named Oscar, but he has not called her back. In this episode, it guest stars John Heder as Oscar. Yeah, so my understanding about this one is that Star has a crush on Oscar. He's the guy who plays the guitar. You know what a guitar is, right? A guitar is an instrument that that's that's a keyboard and guitar made into one. Okay. Now then, Cherub Star did that one. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Okay. Here's the next episode we can talk about. Quest by. Now, in this episode, when Star's wand runs low on power, she and Marco visit Quest by. Almost sounds like Best Buy, but it's not actually. Anyway, Quest Buy, a large interdimensional retail store to buy a new charger. However, the location of the charger department proves extremely difficult to find and to get to. Meanwhile, Ludo and his minions who are shopping there for a beak sharpener pursue Star to try to take her wand. Yeah, yeah. They went to the store, but it was impossible to find what Star wants. It's not like all the other stores around here. I'll tell you that. Okay. Talk about the next episode. By the way, if you want to join in, go right ahead. I'm still waiting, though. Diaz Family Vacation. In this episode, as an anniversary gift for Marco's parents, Star invites them and Marco to Muni, but must avoid being seen by her father, as Star is not allowed to leave Earth. While they visit a Muni village, Star sees her father strolling about and directs the Diaz family into a deadly forest. Yeah, I've seen that episode, and in the end, she was seen by her dad. Now then, Marco is the one who wears that red hoodie all the time. He always practices karate. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Okay. Here's the next episode. Brittany's party. In this episode, Star and Marco crash Brittany Wong's birthday event, which takes place on a party bus. While Star tries to make the party, quote, fun, Marco gets carsick. Ludo and his minions attack and hijack the bus. You know what carsick means, right? It's the same thing that happened to Lori in the Loud House episode. Oh, what was it? The sweet spot. Yes. Lori was looking down on her phone the whole trip. When she looked up, she started feeling, quote, carsick, and out of the view of the camera, she puked on Lincoln. They didn't want us to see that part because it was too graphic. And they're right. You know, in cartoons, they usually don't block the part when somebody pukes. But if they have to, they have to. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Okay, which one? Oh, whoops. Mewber. Muberty. In this episode, Star experiences, quote, muberty. That is, her skin breaks out in hearts whenever she is near boys. Although Marco thinks it's much like the earthling condition, Star's is more extreme. She sprouts hearts all over her body and transforms into a butterfly creature that captures boys and steals them away. Marco turns to Glossaric, a genie inside Star's Book of Magic, for advice on how to stop her. In this episode, it guest stars Jeffrey Tambor as Glossaric. You know who Glossaric is, right? He's the tiny little blue, tiny little guy, blue skin, eye on his forehead, white beard. Yeah, that is him, all right. Glossaric, the little blue genie guy, that's him. Now, let's talk about the next episode. I've already provided the StreamYard link, so if you haven't joined in yet, go right ahead. Oh, hang on a sec. Ah. I thought there was a guest coming in. Well, then let's talk about the next episode. Okay. Just a minute. Here we go. Pixtopia. Now, in this episode, after making prank calls on Star's magic mirror, Marco, Alfonso, Ferguson, and Star must go to Pixtopia, land of the pixies, and pay the bill. When they can't pay it, they are forced to work in a mine shaft. The pixie empress flirts with Ferguson. In this episode, it guest stars Anna Camp as Pixie Empress and Danny Woodburn as Pixie Taskmaster. Yeah, you should never ever try to mess with anything magical because there are consequences. This episode aired on June 15th, 2015. Okay. Let's talk about the next episode. I was sure that someone's going to join in. Let me try to set the StreamYard link again. There we go. There's the StreamYard link in case you've missed it. Let's talk about the next episode. Shall we? Okay, here's the next episode. Lobster Claws. Ludo fires his minion Lobster Claws after he accidentally takes off Deerbeard's antler when trying to get Star's wand. Marco tries to help Lobster Claws become good, while Star thinks he cannot be reformed. Yeah. Marco tries to train Lobster Claws to become a good guy, but Star doesn't think he can do that. So that's what happened. I could have sworn someone was going to join in. Is nobody else going to join in? I'm waiting. I'll continue on. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Here it is. Sleep spells. Star and Marco try to determine who has been redecorating her room, with Mr. Diaz only accounting for a small project. Marco discovers that Star has been sleep spelling, that is, casting spells when sleepwalking, He tries psychology to try to treat her, but learns that she is actually trying to defend herself from an intruder, revealed to be Princess Smooshy, an ugly, quote, goblin elephant princess who wants to steal Star's face so she can avoid getting sent back to St. Olga's reform school for wayward princesses after escaping it. Star's eye mask is gone. Yeah, someone tried to not go back to that school. And that was Princess Smooshy. Yeah. S- sleep spelling. Wow. I've never heard that before. Okay, which episode to talk about? Oh, I got another one. Spells. No, talking about that one. Ah, here's another one. Many of you may have seen this episode before, many of you not. But here it is. Blood Moon Ball. Star's ex-boyfriend Tom invites her to the Blood Moon Ball, an underworld event that occurs once every 667 years. Tom claims he has turned over a new leaf, having hired an anger management consultant. Marco does not believe Tom but has changed, but Star decides to go anyway. When Marco disrupts Tom's plan to take Star for himself under the Blood Moon's light, Tom reverts to his old self. This episode guest stars Ryder Strong as Tom. He's the guy with the three eyes. Yeah, and he gets mad easily, so you do not want to piss him off. Yes, in the end, he did not change at all, so he's back to his old self. In the end of that episode, Star and Marco went home. Looks like somebody's prom night was ruined. Okay, any more episodes you'd like to talk about? You know what you have to do. Here's another one. Fortune cookies. Following yet another victory over Ludo and his minions, Marco and Star eat at a Chinese restaurant. Marco tricks Star into thinking the sayings in fortune cookies can really predict the future. Meanwhile, Ludo hires a monster named Toffee to shape up his minions. They come up with a plan to take advantage of Star's fortune cookie obsession. This episode guest stars Michael C. Hall as Toffee. Wow. Okay. All right. Next episode. Freeze Day. In this episode, Star freezes time with her wand so that Marco can appear at Echo Creek Academy. What? Ah, hello, Socks. Oh, you do like Star Butterfly. Yes, one of the best characters in the world. Oh, your cat was meowing all the time. I see. Now, Freeze Day. Where was I? Oh, Star freezes time with her wand so that Marco can appear at Echo Creek Academy on time for his morning greeting nod with his crush, Jackie Lynn Thomas. But when she is unable to cancel out the effects, she and Marco visit the planes of time in order to get Father Time to restart time again. This episode guest stars Jim Gaffigan as Father Time. Yes, this came out on July 27th, 2015. Wow. I don't know what to say, but this show is amazing. I never get tired of watching Star versus the forces of evil. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Hang on a sec. All right. Here's the next episode. Royal Pain. In this episode, Star gets an unexpected visit from her father, who had been kicked out of the house for not picking up after himself. After getting excited over Earth activities such as using a flush toilet and playing miniature golf, he ends up overstaying his welcome. He hosts a party with his interdimensional friends, but it is soon crashed by a sun character named Helios or Helios. This episode guest stars Jamie Kennedy as Helios. Yep. You should never ever overstay your welcome, because that can lead to some serious trouble. Okay. Let me see. Um, Okay, let's talk about the next episode. Here's the next episode. St. Olga's Reform School for Wayward Princesses. I don't think I've seen this one. Maybe I did. Who knows? In this episode, Star and Marco go undercover as new princess students in order to break Flying Princess Ponyhead out of St. Olga's on her birthday. They discover that Ponyhead has been brainwashed to be a compliant princess and try to evade the robot guards and the reform school's headmistress, Miss Haynes. This episode guest stars Jessica Walter as Miss Haynes and Jodie Benson as singing teacher. Yes. So they try to bust Flying Princess Ponyhead out of that school. Hopefully they won't get caught. You know what I'm saying? All right then. Let's talk about the next episode. Or you have any episodes you like to talk about? Drop them in the comments or in the private chat. Okay, here's the next episode. Muni Pendants Day. Now, this almost sounds like Independence Day, but much more different. Muni Pendants Day. Star Butterfly recruits her classmates Miss Skolnick and the dojo sensei to participate in a battle reenactment of Muni's Independence Day. Ludo and Toffee use a special floating eye device to spy on Star and her activities. Ludo's minion Buff Frog infiltrates the reenactment as one of the monsters to try to steal the wand. Wow. Hang on a sec, you guys. Yes, this episode is like Independence Day, but much more different. Let's talk about the next episode. Here's the next episode. Interdimensional Field Trip. Miss Skolnick's class finds the field trip to the Echo Creek Museum of Paperclips boring. So Star volunteers to lead a trip to the dimension of wonders and amazement, but when she lets the students do whatever they want, she puts the entire class in danger. Star and Miss Skolnick must work together to save them. Yeah, Star tries to plan a much better field trip, but sometimes they always go wrong. Don't you think? Okay, let's talk about the next episode, shall we? I could have sworn somebody else was going to join in. Okay. Okay, here's the next one. Marco grows a beard. Star botches a spell that would help Marco grow a beard in order to impress Jackie Lynn Thomas. The hair grows out of control, engulfing the house, and Star loses her wand in the midst of it. Meanwhile, Ludo leads his minions throughout through the overgrown beard to find the wand. Now, in this episode, Star tries to find her wand before Ludo does. And who knows what's going to happen if he gets it. Looks like Star is going to have to look through the hair quickly in order to get her wand before Ludo gets his grubby hands on it. Sheesh. Ludo really wants that wand. Okay, let's talk about the next episode. This is the last one of season 1. Storm the castle. Toffee has taken over Ludo's castle. He has one of Ludo's minions abduct Marco. Star allies with Buff Frog and the kicked out Ludo to storm the castle. Ludo's and Toffee. Star banishes Ludo. Is left with new one that is missing a piece. The last episode of season 1. Let's talk episode. So I'm gonna end stream. Okay, here it is. do next time, and I'll do it right away. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye.